Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to talk about multiple ways to get EXP and Ni no Kuni crossworlds that you may not be aware of or that you may have overlooked. So let's go ahead and dig in. The number one tip I have for you guys is to buy EXP in your guild store. Now, this is one that I actually didn't know in the beginning. You can see here, it actually gives you a huge amount of EXP. You can max this sucker out, and it's going to give you a chunk in 313k. Of course, it's going to be dependent on your level, but that is a lot of EXP. And for a lot of people, I mean, I can't count the amount of days that I missed that was actually there. And when I realized, I was just like, oh man, like the progress I had missed was substantial. And you know, you hear people talking a lot about the EXP growth potential in, you know, potentially parties and compositions. And in my experience, you actually get the most EXP not in parties. You get them from the guild missions here. You also get them from Swift Solutions. So let's talk about Swift Solutions for a bit, because Swift Solutions is a little bit more complicated and nuanced than I think a lot of people realize. You know, usually you log in and you do your Swift Solutions, and if you're like me, you usually auto complete it, and that's kind of the end of the day there, right? But there are different levels of Swift Solutions that you can get. You can get regular, you can get rare, and you can get like premium or platinum or whatever it is. So you can actually shuffle the Swift Solutions missions in order to try and get one of these to spawn. So when you pull here, you'll see I have a rare right and ready here. And you can see the EXP difference between a rare Swift Solutions and a regular Swift Solutions is about 40,000 EXP. So if I come in and I'm like, okay, you know, I can see this, I got, I got no rares, for example, I would just hit refresh. And I refresh every day up until the 24,000 mark, just because I want to do this. And, you know, you have more than just 5 runs every day. And I'm going to show you guys what to do now in your shop. This is something you should be doing every day, by the way. So if you go to adventure items right here, this is going to be, you know, where you can buy like megaphones to talk to the community or keys. You'll see that they actually have Swift Solutions tickets here. And these tickets are pretty easy to come by, and you should be farming these every single day. These tickets, you want to get these tickets every day. This is what's going to hold you back from doing or getting further levels than you would have expected, right? So you can add one in here. You can see I'm just going to accept and complete, and that's going to chunk my level up quite significantly. When I started this video, I was at 20% and I'm level 53, and I am at 50% now almost, or 40%, which is a huge chunk of EXP to get. Now, the next part of this is you do have to know where to farm these Swift Solutions tickets. And there's a couple of places you can do that. You can do that by pulling up your map, which we've talked about in the Boo Boo Gold farming video. We could go to maybe, let's say, Serene Forest, right? And you just take a look at what monsters are going to drop them. And it'll list pretty much every single monster. In my experience, you know, it's good to pair this with Boo Boo farming as well. So again, if you guys don't know what Boo Boo farming is where you are farming these golden items. I did a separate video on it, so make sure to go check that out. You can make quite a bit of gold if you AFK farm overnight doing this. So if you find enemies that are within your level range that both drop Boo Boo, you know, items and also drop the Swift Solution certificates, you're going to be able to farm a whole bunch of these, and you're going to be able to get your Swift Solutions tickets every single day this way. And this is something, again, that I didn't do when I started playing the game, and I am regretting it right now. There is a couple of other ways to get Swift Solutions EXP certificates as well. I don't want to neglect those. Probably the most notable is the Chaos Portals, and while I'm not the biggest expert on a Chaos Portal, I'll just give you an example. I did a level 55 Chaos Portal where we were fighting in not Cloud Coil Canyon, but in the plateau. And for each enemy I was killing, I was actually getting 10 certificates from them each time, along with purification medals. So you can get a lot of these. I have been in chaos portals though, in lower level areas, where because I'm not able to get enough participation on like hitting a monster, I'm only able to get like 1 or 2 of these certificates every time they die. So it really just comes down to probably the easiest way is to, you know, bring your green potions. Again, people have been saving their EXP green potions for, you know, like multi-man parties up in like the chaos area, which, you know, to each their own, right? That does increase drop rate. Maybe it does increase the drop rate on certain items that you may need, but everybody needs gold. Everybody needs these Swift Solution certificates. And depending on what type of monsters you kill, you can kill them relatively fast. If you can boo-boo farm within 1 or 2 levels of yourself and solo boo-boo farm at that with your green EXP potions up and getting these Swift Solution certificates, that very well may be one of the best ways to EXP in the game right now. And I am a huge fan of getting these certificates and using them. I just wish I had known about them sooner. While we are talking about parties, let's go ahead and talk about AFK farm parties, because AFK farm parties are a little bit of an issue. And we're going to head to the chaos field right now, and I will jump into some parties, and hopefully what we're going to see is we're going to see all the parties are clustered together. But in EXP farming and AFK farming, what I've seen a lot of is parties being spread out across the map. And this will probably warrant a separate video in itself. But when you are spread out across the map, you don't get the EXP from monsters dying. So you don't get them from other people. You don't get them from other parties. Let's search for a party here. This is a gold farm. This is Shaka. So I would expect Shaka's party. This is actually probably my last old party. I would expect Shaka's party. It looks like they're all together here. So it looks like they're all together. Good on Shaka for being all together. Let's go check some other parties and let's see if they are doing the same thing here. My auto AI just wants to murder everybody. That's okay. Let's go to party 704 here. And you can see this is the first problem. These are like warning flags. And again, this deserves its own separate video here where you see AFK parties that are just like, you know, everyone's in different channels. AFK Water 3, this is what AFK farming should be, or XP farming. I'm curious if the XP farming party here is actually in the same area together. And it looks like are they in the same channel as me? They are not. Let's go to party leader and let's see. But this is a huge thing that you could do where if you're just aware what AFK parties you're joining, because like people are joining these AFK parties and they are, you know, not necessarily really being the most successful. And it does look like they have at least one person here in the same area. But this is exactly what I'm talking about here. So just be aware of what parties you're joining. I should have probably joined a nearby party to showcase that. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips help you. And I will catch you guys next time.